Our world is filled with a variety of people that have developed a rich mixture of diverse cultures. America is often described as the great melting pot, the place where people and cultures from all over the globe come together. It used to be that immigrant cultures were found only in big cities. But today, all across our country, there's a vibrant variety of cultures and people. But what is culture? What does it mean to have cultural diversity?
When a group of people live together, over time, they form a culture.
They develop a mutual way of behaving and speaking.
They share traditions and beliefs.
They exhibit their own special way of dressing and personal decoration.
They create unique games, music, and art.
They devise a particular social structure for dealing with one another.
Everything that makes up daily life can be considered part of a culture.
Everyone belongs to a certain culture. As Americans, we all share a national culture, but we also belong to all kinds of subcultures as well. Smaller groups that have their own special behaviors and beliefs. Regions of the country, social and professional groups, teams, clubs, they all have a culture of their own. We usually accept these cultures within our larger American culture without even thinking. But there are times when we aren't so accepting.
When we have a preconceived idea about someone based on their ethnicity or where they come from.
When we judge someone just because they look different.
When we devalue someone because they look different.
Usually, our cultural prejudice is based on a lack of knowledge of or experience with a particular group. We hear the people around us talking about a certain group and we simply believe what we hear. Sometimes ethnic or religious stereotypes are exploited in films and other entertainment media. Cultural differences are also exaggerated for comic or dramatic effect. But if we form our opinion about a group of people simply based upon a joke or a movie or secondhand information, we're cheating ourselves out of valuable knowledge about other people and life experience.
Different doesn't mean wrong.
We should always remember that some cultural practices and beliefs go back thousands of years.
And just because it might not be right for you, that doesn't mean it's not right for someone else.
Religious traditions can be difficult to understand, but they should be treated with respect. Try to learn as much as you can about an unfamiliar belief so that you won't accidentally insult or embarrass someone.
So much of our distrust or fear of another culture comes from simply not knowing enough about it.
Learn as much as you can about the variety of cultures in our world. From the beginning, this country has been a mix of many cultures, starting with the various Native American people who had thriving cultures on this continent for centuries. We should look to and honor and preserve differing cultures because each one has so much to tell us about our shared human experience. The more you learn about different cultures, the more you realize how much we all have in common. What we think of as American culture is a wonderful mix of cultures from all over the world.
Have you ever worn pajamas or a dashiki? They originated in Asia and Africa.
Do you like sushi, tacos, pizza? Where do you think they came from?
Through the years, American music has carried Latin, African, and European influences, but everything from reggae to Indian ragas can be found in pop music today.
From Albert Einstein to Hakeem Olajuwon, many of our leaders and heroes have been immigrants to America.
Some people feel that when a certain culture comes in, it will somehow take over or change the prevailing culture, upsetting the status quo. It's true that cultures do influence each other, but that shouldn't be a cause for fear. If we establish a mutual respect and tolerance for each other, we can preserve our differing cultures. Being tolerant doesn't mean that we have to agree with everything about a particular culture, but if we start from a basis of personal respect, we may find that the things we have in common outweigh our differences.
Sometimes a person can seem aloof or closed off when they come into a new neighborhood or school, but it may be that they just are shy or they feel they don't fit in.
If you were suddenly brought into a different country or culture, how would you feel?
The more we stay apart from each other, the more misunderstandings about one another can grow.
Let your new neighbor or classmate know that they are welcome.
Show them that you're interested in who they are as an individual, as well as respecting their cultural group.
There might be a language barrier, but everyone understands a friendly face and attitude.
Make a real effort to understand a different culture. Study their history, learn a language. The best way to learn is to interact with people. Maybe in your community, maybe there's a program that works with a population that you're unfamiliar with. Volunteer to help out. You'll learn as you go. You'll be sharing about your culture as well.
Remember that understanding another culture can't take place until you acknowledge what makes up that group.
Nationality.
ethnicity.
Religion.
All these shared characteristics and many more go into the making of a culture.
Awareness leads to understanding.
And once you understand the differences between cultures, that can lead to acceptance.
Here's something for you to try to increase your cultural awareness. Find a classmate or someone close to your age whom is from another culture. Ask him or her 3 questions about themselves. But don't ask questions that you already know the answers to, or that have to do with outward appearances. I'm sure you will discover things that you never thought of before. So when it comes to the world's cultures,
learn,
respect,
honor, and celebrate.
Stay open and tolerant, and share in the vital experience that our cultural diversity has to offer all of us.